Hello everyone, I'm Samura1man. I'll be running Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. You notice on the screen that it says patch 1.1.1. It's one of the previous patches I'll be using, since it has most of the fun and interesting glitches. The newer version has patched all of the glitches. That is unfortunate. However, the world record for the older version and the current patch is actually very close to each other in like a few minutes of each other. We'll be watching the intro, and there is a way to skip these parts where we talk with Zelda. I didn't get to learn it. I tried to do that, and I just couldn't get myself to understand how that clip is done. Basically, you clip out of bounds, then you skip some of the triggers that will start the cutscene with the Zelda talking, and each of the cutscenes will take like 10 to 15 seconds. Overall, you would save about 45 seconds if I were to learn that. But from seeing how the clip is done, it seemed so inconsistent without like a proper setup. It felt like a coin clip. You can see I'm wearing a Link cosplay from Tears of the Kingdom. I can say that I did this with my friend's help. Shoutouts to my lovely friend Felipe, who helped me with this cosplay. I wouldn't have been able to do this without her. Thank you so much. My mom and dad actually helped as well with this cosplay. So thanks to them as well. And this is my first cosplay. I've never wear a cosplay before. This is my first one. Right now at the start, there's nothing but talking about the Zonai ruins that are here beneath the Hyrule Castle. The intro is quite long. It actually was skipped with the community's vote for like a week or two until the out of bounds glitch. To go out of bounds glitch was found. Then they referred back to watching the intro and doing this part, because top runners will be using the fastest way to beat the game, which will be doing the intro. Oh yeah. These geese must be killed so we can progress to the next room. That is called the imprisoning room. I guess we can like say the run is very straightforward. It's any percent. We just beat the Great Sky Island, then we go and beat the game. You notice how I'm pulling out the Master Sword there for a split second, then I start running again. I'm doing like a crouch cancel there, just to get some stamina back. Saves, maybe time, maybe it doesn't. Don't know. This is a unskippable cutscene for the 3 minutes, so it will be a good time for donations.
That's fantastic news, because Samura1man, we have had a $250 donation from Yorkie. Says, howdy all, Yorkie here. It's been fun running around the event, taking pictures this year. I wanted to top off my time here with a donation. Thanks to all of you for the fun event this year, and hope to be back again soon. Smiley face. We have also had $75 from Shylex. No comment on that one, but thank you very much for your donation. Also, Kern has donated $25 and says, for a successful marathon, may ESA grow to rival GDQ in its donation count someday. I believe. Keep running and keep breaking records. We've also had $25 from Akiro Haikid, who says, Big John incentive? Let's get that next milestone. And a quick update on that. You have until the end of this run, just 1 hour, to get us to $80,000 if you want to see Big John, myself, and Pollister one last time in the milestone madness. And finally, Samura1man, I've got a pun for you, because Big the Dave's here with $20. Says, what's Link's favorite fruit? Pears of the kingdom. Thanks, Dave. Back to you.
Thank you. That's the big bad guy of this game, Ganondorf. He's mummified for some reason. If you want to know why, you will have to play through the game to find out the reasoning for it, which will be doing all dungeons and memories. But mostly dungeons are the reason. Oh yeah, I'm playing with the Japanese voice acting with English text. That doesn't matter, honestly. This is an unskippable cutscene, so it wouldn't matter. What's the language? And the Japanese language is really good. apologize to Dark there, but the game is so loud for doing these cutscenes, so I had to take my moment to explain. I actually do runs where I switch through, I cycle through language all the time. To keep the intro fresh and more fun to hear how the language sounds in each language that are available for the game. So what happened there is Ganondorf raised up the Hyrule Castle, then collapses the whole room with himself. Along the way, Zelda and Link will fall as well. The intro, as it's unskippable unfortunately, it reminds me of some other game that I've run too. I won't say a name though, but you know, if you see my name in some other game, I'm sure you know what game I'm talking about. What had just happened there, Zelda disappeared somewhere. Don't know what happened, and the mysterious hand just saved Link, which is this. So Link's hand got damaged from the gloom that Ganondorf released and destroyed the Master Sword alongside of it. After this cutscene, we're gonna find ourselves in a weird-looking room with Link having his hand healed as well. Obviously, we would go through the whole room normally, but there's actually a way to skip all of that and go on top of the room to grab something from a chest that will be important for me during this Great Sky Island. This location where we are in soon is called Great Sky Island. Acts the same as the tutorial island for Breath of the Wild, which is Great Plateau. Takes about 60% of the run to complete the Great Sky Island. So majority of this run is in a Great Sky Island. There are some cool tech you'll be seeing and some of the cool glitches too. This is Decayed Master Sword. All of the weapons got decayed after Ganondorf's attack, which means there's an ability that will make those weapons stronger. There are actually two ways to get up on the higher room. I did try the newer method that wouldn't scan this object that Link sees him in front of him, but I couldn't get it more than once out of 100 attempts, and with me playing with a glow like this, it's even harder to try to pull that off. So I'm gonna use the older method that uses the wheel that is on the left side that started moving. Now the game wants me to progress through these tutorial rooms to continue the game, but I'm gonna go to the left side instead, like I said. There is a fast cycle like I would have been able to get, but I was a little slower, so I have to go for the second cycle. It's not the end of the world if I'm not gonna get this, but I'm hoping to get this within a few tries, or a first try even. So we are not gonna spend too much here. Oh, seems like I failed it. I have to try again. I didn't get the side hop to the side there. You're kidding me. At least it's at the end, start of the run, and not the end of the game to do something like this. It's not even the hardest trick of the run, it's just a little weird. There you go, we got it. You remember what I explained in before the imprisoning chamber? I'm doing this sort of like a crouch cancels just to gain a little bit of stamina back as well as keeping my speed. I'm not too sure does it save time, but I get to do something while waiting to get to outside. I'll just run out of stamina. Just like in Breath of the Wild, you have the stamina, Link's art style is the same, his movement is the same. There's not much that has changed gameplay-wise, like core gameplay, like having the weapons that are very, very familiar. There's a lot of more changed, which I don't want to spoil yet if you haven't seen the game. Though if you've seen the game, you already know how it will wind out. And you're watching a speedrun stream, so I assume you're gonna be fine with the spoilers, but I don't want to spoil the run. This is how this game will start then. You're gonna fall off and find out you're in a Great Sky Island. In a tutorial section of the game. There are 4 shrines we'll be going through. And each of the shrines will give us an ability that will help Link through his adventure. It's like a throw back to Skyward Sword, falling off from a high land to lower ground. Unskippable cutscene, unfortunately. If there's a time for a donation, it will be a good time to squeeze in one.
Fantastic, yes, because we have had another $250 from Ananas. Says another great and wholesome ESA. So many fun runs, so many great people. Been a great week and bit. Hopefully for many more to come. Best of luck with the run, Samura1man, although I'll be leaving now since I haven't finished the game yet, and I want to avoid spoilers. That one has gone to our Super Mario 64 bonus run. That'll be run by Benji. We're at $4,749 out of the 10,000 needed.
Next up, we were gonna make it to a steward construct that will give us a very important item that without we cannot even beat the game. It's a Purapad, similar to a Sheikah Slate from Breath of the Wild. Those 3 wings that were in a chest, we'll be using one of them just after talking with Steward Construct. Will help us to get to the Temple of Time faster. There are multiple glitches I'll be using because I'm in a patch 1.1.1. And one of the glitches that I'll use is called Duplication glitch. Any material or zone device can be duplicated. That looks rather familiar, doesn't it? It's a Nintendo Switch. Link is not sure where he is, so he's gonna find out the reason and what was the mysterious person who healed his hand. Let's see how this will go. I only have a 1 try for it. If I don't get it, I have to get a... Yeah, I got it, nice. So if I fell off, I would have just died. I don't have a way to back up that. So what I will do is here, I'm gonna do a duplication glitch. How does that work? You just sort the menu, close the menu in the same frame for zone devices. For materials, it's a little bit different. I'll be explaining that when I get to do that. The important part for me now is to land just in front of the door, then turn around and put down another wing. Because after the cutscene, I will actually land on that wing. And if you didn't know, if I'm not on the ground yet, the game is not gonna autosave or check the Link's coordinates. The game still thinks I'm mid-air, even though I'm not. I'm actually on the ground, but I'm on wing, so it can't save the coordinates yet. What I will do is to void out, and I will warp back to the platform where I just started that sequence. This way I can make it to the Ascent Shrine faster. I'll be doing the same trick again. Instead of 1 wing, I'll use 2 wings. Ooh, that was scary, but we made it. We made it. It's cold here. We have to go through a cold area right now. You can make a food that will make you withstand cold. But since I don't have a cooking pot in any way, and no peppers as well, which I just run past, but we don't need those. We have other ways to heal through that. Bomb flowers will be useful later after use shrine, actually. You'll be seeing some cool tech with that. These can be duplicated. However, bomb flowers will one-shot me. I'm just gonna game over if I happen to explode while duping them. The safest option will be duping them over the water. That way they wouldn't explode. Or one by one. Here's gonna be the Verse Shield, the Flame Emitter Shield. I won't be able to use it yet if I'm not in a shrine, since the game assumes I would have, I don't have the charger, the battery, that would let me use Sonar devices. So as you can see, I can't even fire any fire from the chest. Just gotta make it to the shrine quickly, unless I'm gonna die to the cold. Uh-oh. I'm gonna be fine. Just a small cutscene before we enter the shrine. Ascent Shrine, View Shrine, Ultra Hand, Recalls are the abilities will be using and have in a run. Those can't be skipped. You will be wondering, can we just not skip through the Great Sky Island because it takes so much time? Well, you can't, because the game checks that have you done the Great Sky Island or not. If you try to land on the ground, the game will just warp you back up here. So there's no way to skip this. Nintendo really wanted to make sure you're gonna complete this Great Sky Island before you can go back to the surface. So this was the mysterious person that we would have seen in a cutscene earlier, that where Link got his hand healed. He's named Rauru. That hand Link has actually belonged to him. Here's Ascend, one of the coolest abilities in a game. You ascend through the ceiling, on top of the roof or on top of the cave, and so forth. Really useful to get out of the caves fast. If there's any time for a donation, that will be a good time. I'm gonna just go through the Ascent Shrine, and there's not much tech to explain.
Thank you, Samura1man. We got a lot of love coming in for you and for the marathon. And Arrakis donates $200. No comment on that donation, but thank you very, very much. Also, Juzoct has donated $20. Says, I had a fun week at ESA. Let's reach that bonus run and milestone madness. And remember, you have until the end of this run to meet that $80,000 goal. Also, Big Al donates $25 and says, I've been looking forward to this run all week. This will be my first time watching a Tears of the Kingdom speedrun, and I'm so excited to see how it's done. Thanks for showing off this run, and thank you, ESA, for all that you do. Until next time. We've also had a $10 anonymous donation. No comment, but thank you once again for your generosity.
That is Ascent Shrine. Not so much tech there, other than one of these Sonai constructor that is, for some reason, hostile towards Link. But they're also hostile against any enemies in a game. They'll bite anyone. Probably they're acting as like a protection guards or so. Oh yeah, I need to... Almost forgot. These are awesome. These are very awesome. They are Amiibo NFC decks, and Amiibo is a great tool to make the speedrun faster that everyone hates. Everyone just they can't find these, or they're expensive. I'll be using a couple of these, and if I get lucky, I don't have to use more than one. Generally speaking, I don't even need to use these to finish the speedrun, but it makes the run faster. After this shrine, I'll be scanning this amiibo. It would normally give me an Epona if I was on the surface, but I'll be on a sky, so Epona can spawn here. Instead of that, it will spawn me Fleet Lotus seeds that will give me speed up potion. And sometimes I would get lucky and get like a mighty banana, which gives me an attack up potion when I cook them. Let's see, do I get lucky or not? And after that, I have to do like a cool trick with the shield jumping. You'll see it soon. But don't get to explain everything in time. Oh, I got very lucky. 2 Fleet Lotus seeds and a mighty banana. Just so I don't have to do that again, I'm gonna make a safety save. A double safety save will be amazing. Oh, I just felt that. I brain for it, I must say. I was supposed to open a material menu, which is D-pad up, not the L button, which is the ability menus. Small hiccup, but it happens. What will happen is that I'm gonna close the put back the shield, then I can do a cool trick with that where I spawn a wing in front of me, and that's how I can shield jump on top of it. Now will be a good time for a good fast donation too. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the cave, get a rupee, and I'm gonna also get the battery. Now is a good time for a donation.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mad Astix149 has donated $50 and just says, moin. We've also got a $20 donation from Princess Neko Cakes. It says, remember everyone, don't be sad that the event is almost over. Be happy that it happened. So happy that I'm able to donate towards a great cause. Good luck to all the runners for the remainder of ESA Summer 2023.
This is where the rupee gem is. Using bombs to spawn it. This is a guaranteed drop. I'll be duping it. Oh, I don't need. Maybe I don't need that actually. How I do this duping is I'm gonna be mid-air while I try to hold an item. Then I sort the menu and I close the menu on the same frame or at the same time. I'm not too sure is it frame perfect. Regardless, the point is that by doing that, I get to actually dupe the items. Max 5 items at the same time. I had to dupe them because I'm gonna put on that fire on that cooking pot I'll be using. Okay, every zone I will drop a zone charge and oh, that's gone. Well, that doesn't matter. No, I just failed those. It's fine. It's a little difficult to dupe with this glove, but it's okay. It's good to dupe these bombs out of the way, so I'm just going to explode all of a sudden in someplace. Oh. I need max 10 Little Lotus seeds. Then I just need 4 Mighty Bananas. I cook these for attack up. I'll be using it against the final boss. Little Lotus seeds for speed up +3, so we can go fast. One Zona charge from the previous enemy. I'll be duping them too later. Why would I dupe them? You'll see them later. Next up is gonna be a View Shrine. That's one of the most useful ability in a game. Is fusing literally anything you can think of, except NPCs and some of the bigger objects that are just stationary and fused into something. Like we can fuse rocks, blanks, tree logs, anything, even weapons into another weapon. That will extend the durability and gives more attack power for weapons. But the most important part is the durability of the weapon. Normally, a tree branch would withstand just through 2, 3, or 4 hits, then it breaks. But using a rock or another weapon, I guess, depending on the weapon, you'll just extend the durability by like 20 times or something like that. It was high from what I remember, but it's really, really good. I'll be going through the View Shrine, gonna do a couple duping with bombs, then just to finish the shrine. So it will be a good time for a donation, or 2.
Thank you, Samura1man. We've had a $30 donation from Pistonswork. There's no comment on that one, but thank you very much for your donation. Also, an anonymous $10 donation. Again, no comment, but thank you. And also $50 from Zigmu, who says, thank you, thank all for this great event again.
You noticed I duped those bombs there. I'll be using them after the View Shrine. I didn't get to dupe everything else, but we'll do it later. Speed up +3. Each of the speed up from what I remember gives like... well, actually, I can just say that speed up plus 3 gives you 50% more speed up. So I'm running really fast, and having like a 30-minute speed up that you can get from a Dragon Horn, that can really help up with the run for longer categories like all dungeons, all main quests, or all 100% even. Some couple of crazy people have done that already. Don't know how long they are, but they take a couple days. I still have the previous shield. I'm gonna have to switch it to the different one. If you wonder why I couldn't just take off that from the shield previously, that's because I don't have a views ability. When I got the views ability, that's when I can actually take off anything from my shield. Now it's gonna be a one section of the run that I am actually enjoying. I'm gonna change the shield, put on this bomb flower, then I'm gonna do some cool tech that I land on. That looks rather familiar, doesn't it? If you've watched the animation, the Legend of Zelda animation, that looks rather familiar, doesn't it? I really enjoy that, doing stuff like that. I may have not made it all the way, but I made it far enough. So I gonna need this. We'll be doing that shield hop quite a lot of times during this segment. Just a couple more times. Oh, I'm out of stamina. That's okay. If I just bomb jumped here, I wouldn't be able to make it. Oh, I just slip out my hand there. Need to get up over here. There's a slope that I can look at and do it again. That's where there's a Ultra Hand Shrine right in front of me. That's what I'm heading to. Gotta do one more bomb jump, one more shield bomb jump, or whatever that is called in this Legend of Zelda animation. Pretty cool and fun glitch. It's not even a glitch actually. Now you notice I've used a wing on my shield. Each of the materials or Sona devices can do different things when they're fused onto a weapon or a shield. Bomb flower gave me a bomb jump, as you saw. Then a wing is gonna give me a higher shield jump, which means I can actually across longer gaps, like the ones that are in front of me. That's what it is very useful for. What I will do now is just jump over the gaps, then skip the last puzzle with the wing. So now will be a good time for a donation or two.
Thank you, Samura1man. We've had $10 in from Neil77. Says, love to see this game getting a showcase, as I think it's one of the coolest runs I've ever done. Good luck, Samu. That one has gone to our Super Mario 64 incentive. A quick update on that for you all. We are now at $5,001.17 of the $10,000 needed to unlock that bonus run before the big finale. So if you've been holding on to that donation, if you're holding off a bit later, get it in now. Get it in right now. Let's get that game unlocked, and it will also push us closer, as you can see on screen, to our final milestone madness. Now is the perfect time to do it. ! Donate in the chat.
That was the Fuse Shrine. That was our Ultra Hand Shrine. Ultra Hand will be the first ability many people or players of the game would go for. The game kinda hints towards it in a beginning cutscene when you go check the Temple of Time, but it doesn't let you go inside of it. And Rauru explains your Ultra Hand is weak and you need to make it stronger so you can open the door. What I will do next is go turn around to the left, open the menu on around this spot, and hopefully I can jump on the wing. Nice. Saves a little bit of time instead of running around. Even with the speed up +3, this is still faster. You remember that Sona construct? You may have never even noticed that, but it was there. It has a rusty rusty sword, broadsword maybe. Will be a lot stronger than the weapon we have, but we don't need it. We just open a Temple of Time and we're gonna get the true Master Sword. That's a wrong game though, now when I think about it. Right in front of me is actually a secret stone. These are called secret stone in a game, and each of the secret stone grants a different ability. Those who've played the game, and you've seen the cutscenes with these kind of like a location, a world where you, like a spirit world that you go to. These acts as like a sage cutscenes. So what had just happened is Zelda gave us a secret stone that is a recall. And it's just put it in a hand for Link. And each of these sage will give us a different power for each of the rings on the hand then. That happens after beating a dungeon. Now with the recall, what it does is to go back in time, make anything to go back in time. It will be an object, items, materials, weapons, anything that moves basically. We are gonna try to open this door, but we can't do that. We need more hearts. And if you played Breath of the Wild, we need 4 of those shrines done. I forgot the name of the items, objects that you get after beating a shrine. But the point is that you need 4 of them to give yourself a heart container or a stamina wheel. And the game forces you to give yourself a heart. You can't get a stamina wheel. That way we can open a door and progress the game. You remember at the start of the run, I just run past this shrine that I'm gonna head to. That shrine is not active. Which means we have to actually warp back here. I could do this a little cool trick that is around here. If those weren't standable at all, those parts are nearby the wall, we wouldn't be able to ascend up. You would have to use a recall to get through that. But we can just use ascend and skip all the puzzles. This acts as a recall learning shrine. Each of the shrine acts as a learning just a new ability you got yourself. There are a couple objects. Each of the objects that I will just recall back in time. Each of the shrine does have an extra chest you can collect. Most of them are not useful for the run. This shrine will give us just arrows. And believe it or not, we're never gonna pick up arrows for this speedrun. Just before I'm gonna head to the Temple of Time back after completing a record shrine, that will be a good time for a donation or 2.
Yeah, we've had $72 from our Celeste runner, Civil, who says, Civil here, as promised, here's my donation for my blindfolded Celeste run. 26 deaths, $2 per death equals $52, plus $20 because I did a PB. Here's $70 for Alzheimer Fondant. Thank you very much, Civil. And we've also had $25 from Shimizu-san.jp, says, thank you for a wonderful event and good luck, Samura1man, from Japan with love.
Thank you so much. This may sound weird, that I'm running over here. For some reason, it will make the next loading time faster. Don't ask why, I don't know the specifics of these little things. I will just personally just warp out right away after I beat the shrine, instead of knowing that, oh, you can do this. There might be like something that the game is loading the map, then it will load faster the next area that you go to, if you let the whole map load first. I'm not too sure. Either way, we're back here. We're gonna do the same thing we just did earlier. Just barely made it. Great. Next up, we're gonna open the Temple of Time and progress the story and finish the Great Sky Island. That will be a good time for a donation too.
Yeah, we've just had $50 come in from Silky. No comment on that one, but again, thank you for your generosity. A quick reminder, we need to get to $80,000 before the end of this run if you want to see the finale of Milestone Madness. So if you want to see myself and Pollister duke it out one last time with the one and only Big John as your host, you want to get your donations in now during this run.
So I want to jump over this, but sometimes it's Okay, Link, you need to cooperate so I can finish this run. Great. Wing shield is badly damaged. That's okay, because it won't matter. Here's a goddess statue, and it will grant us the heart container. I remember at the start of doing runs for this that people were saying, okay, oh, you can skip the Great Sky Island, and I was wondering, how do you do that? Many were saying, oh, you can just go around the Temple of Time. Well, you can go around it, but you cannot progress the story before you open this door. Opening this door will gain us an access to the next cutscene, where Link is gonna give away the Decade Master Sword. It's always fun to see these kind of type of comments and respond to them from time to time. You wouldn't die if you have 3 hearts and you try to open that. The game won't just let you die, it just makes Link exhausted. And the cutscene starts where Rauru explains, oh, you need more hearts. Let me see your Chica Slate. Or Purabat, actually. At the end of this corridor, or bridge, you can see that little light there. That is basically like a, I don't know, wormhole that makes the Master Sword go back in time. And after doing that, the game, oh, I'm gonna do this just in case. Now the game is open after giving away the Master Sword. The game goes back in time and gives the Decade Master Sword to Zelda. At this point you will be wondering, okay, I'm gonna go straight to fight Ganondorf, right? Well, give me a 2 minutes. I'm gonna make a quick detour to get something important from this direction. We're gonna be flying for like a minute or 2. Feel free to read donations.
Thank you, Samura1man. We've had $5 in from Yes Chef. Says, Super Mario 70 stars by one of the world's best speedrunners. We need to see this happen. Let's go Twitch chat. And I'm calling on all of you now that are watching this. Now is your time to donate. Look for the links below the stream. Do !donate in the chat. Send in your donations. Let's push not only for that $80,000 milestone, but let's also push for this extra bonus game. If you want to see Super Mario 64 70 star by Benji, we need to reach $10,000 for that one. We're at $5,081.17 at the moment. There is not long to go, not just for this game, but for the marathon as a whole. Now is the time where you can make a difference. Not only for the extra game, but also for Alzheimer Fonden, for whom we are raising money for during this event.
That was a perfect timing. Perfect timing for the wing to disappear. Maybe. It won't disappear yet. Well, we could wait for this berry, but I'm gonna make a safe play and go around to grab this berry. The berry grants me immortality. We won't die if we get touched by something that is strong, like a strong attack. 2 pink berries will just make me invincible. I won't die unless all of the berries are just gone. I'm gonna make 30 of them in case something goes wrong. You never know for a marathon run. Oh, they're just flying away. You notice I'm standing on a sand. On sand, you don't lose durability of the shield when you shield surf or when you shield hop like this. Same will be with the... Okay, I'm failing this. Same will be with snow. Okay. Seems like they patched it midway, huh? There we go. you can't take it out, meaning that I was too close to the ground when I did that. I need around 30 of these too, but a couple extras never hurt. This is so easy that I'm quite glad that Nintendo patched it. Sure, I can understand farming rupees is tough, so everyone will be using that. Okay, I noticed I failed that a couple times. I think I have 39 right now, if that lags to got worked. Nice. Then I'm gonna do these two. Gonna make sure I have 6. Yes, I have 6. Now we're good to go. You are wondering, why would I go this way? Why am I going to the Great Sky Island? You'll see why. There is an ability called Auto Build. I didn't get this until like 40 hours later on my casual playthrough. You may be wondering, why is that used for? Well, you'll see it after I've collected that. We just had to make that quick detour very very to make this run possible to finish and just marathon safe for many reasons. I'm in the dark right now, but I know that I'm here right now with these two interesting devices that I'm gonna build together. Looks rather familiar if you've tried it yourself, huh? I'm sure you have tried it yourself too. This is a air bike. We're gonna put all these 6 Zonai charges on. Seems like I made a very good looking air bike. We're navigating through the blind section, the dark area, because we're in the depths. Depths was interesting at first when I found myself in one of the wells. I fell down a well, then I found myself in a depths. It was a nice surprise for me. We are using this to get here faster, but we also need this air bike after auto build. It doesn't make sense to go here, right? Because I have about 20 minutes of the run left. And if you play the game, you know how there's like all of the final fights coming up. Just wait. First, we're just gonna get the air auto build. Basically, you build anything, the game is gonna automatically save everything that you've built. Everything you've put together as like a blank, 2 blanks, rocks together, all that is saved for auto build. That will be used for the upcoming tricks. Now these NPCs they want me to learn how to use an auto build, to build that, then use an auto build on that. However, I have some different plans. I'm gonna deattach, or just get this off from that, make that, then I'm just gonna warp out. Doesn't make sense, I know. You're gonna be excited to see all this. Don't wanna spoil anything if you haven't seen a speedrun. We're gonna warp to Ultra Hand with an auto build ability. What you're gonna see is gonna be mind-blowing if you haven't seen the speedrun. This is one of the reasons why I'm actually using this route. I'm not using the newest routes at all. I'm using some of the new tricks, but I've decided to use this route that I've learned. Last time I did a proper speedrun for this was after... Oh, I need that back, do I? Okay, I kind of fail here. I'm drawing more content. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I was gonna say is either way, there is a reason why we got the auto build. Okay, let's just forget what happened and try again. We build a bridge. We make a bridge to go across. We build this device or just attach these together. I'm gonna take off motion controls. I'm gonna use an auto build. Use the one previously made objects. And all of a sudden there's a floating platform right in front of me. I wonder what's gonna happen when I go and stand on it. That glitch what I just did is called auto build cancel, and this is called auto build cancelled slide, APCS for short. On 1.1.1 patch, this works. On the newer patches, this is gone. On the 1.0 patch, the very original patch of the game, it does work, but you wouldn't fly this fast. That's the cool trick I really enjoyed about running this game. When I was doing runs almost 2 months ago last time. I've done runs after that, but not like proper runs where I would take everything seriously. The newer routes, I've seen them. I didn't really enjoy them when I was looking at them a little bit. They seemed hard to. Then I have some other ideas in my mind too that I would like to run all dungeons. So now we're gonna go and actually go fight the final bosses. So we will have to go through all of these, where all of these strong enemies are. However, you're gonna see some cool stuff. Gonna put on speed up potion, and I assume that the autosave just happened. So remember that objects that we just made earlier? We're gonna clip through the wall with that and go out of bounds. That is what for auto build is useful for. We are gonna skip all of the fights that will be here, all of the enemies that are on a path before the final battle. However, we're still out of bounds. We have to clip through this ground over here. And we clip through that. If I didn't clip through it, I would have to do a backup strat. With the berries, I'll be surviving. Now we're gonna start the final battles. What I'm gonna just do is throw a bunch of rupees that I made myself. That will be a good time for a donation or two, because I'm gonna be fighting enemies with the rupees.
No problem, I'll try and rapid fire some of these. We've had $25 from Blomis, no comment. We've also had a $15 donation and a $25 donation, both from Anonymous, both with no comment, but thank you very much. Also, we have had a $100 donation from Cyberworm, who says, I can't watch the whole Tears of the Kingdom run since I'm still in the very long process of playing it myself. That's why I need the SM64 one as a replacement. Let's make that happen. Anonymous has also donated $50 and says, Mario 64, 70 stars, let's go.
Where is the enemy? There's a bunch of lethal bosses, but I don't have to worry about them. We have a lot of berries to use. You notice how I'm using a recall? That will be cancelling the animation and make it faster to throw all of the rupees. I need to grab this. I didn't grab it. There we go. I wanted to grab those. Oh, you're still alive. Oh, it's okay. These are built by the Gloom or Malice, and they will take away my hearts if they hit me. And if I die, I'll just I'll get rebuilt with the berries, and it takes away all of the Gloomed hearts. It's Gloom in this game, so I would assume it's called Gloom. We're going through each of these enemy phases. We have to kill them all, so we can start fighting a bunch of bosses. Or do we? Either way, just one more enemy types, which is moblins.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Samura1man, but we have had a $250 donation from Anonymous, who says, ESA, ayaya.
Okay, it's time to fight all of these bosses that I skipped. But let me just set up myself or something. Okay, I need to give myself a couple more of these in case something goes wrong. Oh, I'm gonna have to put these on these weapons. Oh, hey, perfect. Okay, I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna fight them soon. Don't worry. Or I will just fight some other bosses. I'm climbing up here because I'm gonna skip all of the bosses. And I just clipped through that big wall that will be protecting Ganondorf, but Yeah. Where are all of the claps? I just did a boss rush skip. I'm supposed to fight Golgara, all of the other bosses. There's 6 of them back to back. But I'm not gonna do that. If you wonder why I didn't come here earlier, because the cutscene wouldn't be here. That's why we had to fight all of the enemies beforehand. Okay, with the Golgara's boss team, we're gonna fight Ganondorf. Quite fitting, right? Ganondorf fight is actually very simple. With these weapons I have, these actually deal more damage in Flurry Rush. Look at the top right corner, by the way, if you notice. There is a something floating. Something familiar is floating there. Yeah, the auto build cancel still has the objects there. Flurry Rushes makes these weapons fast, deal more damage, like I explained. That's the first part of the final boss fight, Ganondorf. What I will say about the boss rushes, the boss rush skip, you would have to use a different, lots of different weapons that you would have been gotten in a Hyrule Castle and Infinity Hyrule Castle. Since I'm skipping them, all I need is just a couple weapons against the Ganondorf boss fight, and gladly there are a couple of the royal weapons that deal more damage with the Flurry Rushes. Oh yeah, so this is Ganondorf boss fight. He just transformed into a second worm that looks like a demise. That health bar is not glitched, it's real. It is real. It should have gone off screen, but that is very hilarious, and I really love that moment when it happened for the first time.
Samurai1man, we've just had another $250 donation from Eluded. It says, thank you SA for the high quality marathons over the years and for supporting such a good cause. GG to all the runners and to everyone behind the scenes.
The health bar is saying Golgara. The game assumes we're still fighting Golgara, but it's Ganondorf. Ganondorf's health bar is still there, no worries. It's just not seen right now. That was the second phase. Now starts the third phase. On the second phase, he had just phantoms spawning there, making the phase harder. On the third phase, he doesn't have any phantoms anymore, but he becomes more aggressive, and I will actually show what he will do. Along the way, alongside becoming aggressive, he adds a couple more attacks for each of the weapons. He has a sword, a trident, and a mace. So I would like to Flurry Rush him. However, what's gonna happen is, this is the coolest thing that I've ever seen, is that him Flurry Rushing me was a really fantastic moment. I didn't finish the Flurry Rush because I don't want him to start using a different weapon. This makes the phase go even faster. The extra weapon I picked up is just to make sure I wouldn't be... No. You know what? Take that. Oh, it still died. Didn't die. It's okay. I have lots of... Oh, I don't have a weapon. Okay. You know what? I didn't plan this like that. Oh, I don't have a one... I don't have... Oh yeah, he's Flurry Rushing me. I'm doing it for the content. Trust me. Okay, it was just one hit away. I must say I didn't expect him to break my halberd, but I'm glad I had an extra weapon. I would have had like a bunch of rupees I will just throw at him and he'll eventually die from the explosions. So yeah, that was Demon King Ganondorf. After the fight, what he's gonna do is eat the secret stone he used to he used the secret stone to transform himself into that kind of a Ganondorf. He eats that and transforms into a demon dragon. the game explains you that if you eat a secret stone, you transform into a dragon then and lose yourself completely. Now, before the final fight, the actual final fight, the game is going to give us the Master Sword on this dragon. That looks rather familiar, doesn't it? If you remember, in the middle of the game, we gave away the Master Sword to Zelda. And Zelda is the light dragon right here that we are on. She has revived the Master Sword for millennia, for so many years. And with this sword, we can beat the game. There will be a time for one donation before the final fight.
Yep, thank you. Ilhutra donates $5, says, Team $5, where are you? It's time to push for that milestone. Let's get a $5 train going, everyone. Now is the time.
The final fight will happen on in a sky. The Demon Dragon has a weak point on its back, 4 of them, and the last one being on the head, the Secret Stone. I'll be using some strats to speed up this fight. Let's see, will I be pulling it off? I want to drop off here to land on Demon Dragon faster. By using a wind, we can get on the second weak point. And that's how we can take out 2 of the weak points at the same time before it starts moving. And if the Demon Dragon moves, you cannot stay on it. There's no way you can die here otherwise, unless you lose all of your hearts. Next up is the next weak points right below me that I'm gonna pull off to. Those fireballs Demon Dragon is using, fire breathing, they only take away hearts. They're not they actually don't kill me. Can you please fall off, Link? Need to get back up there. Next up, the weak point should be right below me. Yeah, let's just go for it. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. There is not really RNG, but some weird things can happen there to make it that Zelda is not going to be in a right spot for these weak points. And you will just lose a lot of time. You wonder why I'm not taking any wall damage from landing on a Demon Dragon. That is because landing on any dragon on this game makes it that you are never gonna take any wall damage. And you notice I'm not getting a paraglider, by the way. But it's kinda late to explain that. Okay, I'm gonna do a shield hop this way and hope that will be in a right spot to get on the Demon Dragon's head to do the final blow. Don't hit me, please. That is perfect landing. And that is the Tears of the Kingdom speedrun. Though the time is not gonna end yet, there is actually a cutscene or 2 that we have to watch through. Link is gonna make a final blow on the Secret Stone and fully destroy Demon Dragon. This was a great run, great moments, I enjoyed it. I would like to say at this point, now when we're gonna be done with the run soon, I wanna shout out to my family. They've been supporting me throughout all the speedrun stuff and my streaming journey too. My friends who also watch my runs and so forth. My community who's been supporting me throughout the years. Thank you, ESA, for having me. I hope you enjoyed the run. The timer ends when I save Zelda. Just an interesting note, the very first main quest of the game says, find Zelda. And the very last side main quest of the game says, find Zelda. Interesting touch for the finale of the game and the start of the game. You need to find Zelda and you finish off fighting her. Finish off the run by fighting her. And that's the run. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ESA, for having me. You can find me as Samura1man on Twitch, YouTube. I stream as much as I can, 5 to 6 times a week. On YouTube, I upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you, and let's have a fun, amazing rest of the ESA.
Thank you, Samura1man. We have got a load of donations in the queue, so just hang on there while we get through these. Mod366 donates $10 and says, the sweet voice of Hot61 told me to donate, so that's what I do. I need to see more Milestone Madness so Polister can have his glorious comeback victory. Let's reach the milestone, and then let's also reach the incentive goal to make this marathon last a bit longer. Pendle Steven donated $20, says less than 3 equals 2. 2 times 10 equals 20. Source donated $30, says I love Super Mario 64. Robin with $10 says great speedrun event. Jonas W donated $30 with no comment. Thank you. There's so much love for this run in the chat, honestly. Krona, $25, less than 3. Anonymous with $5. I asked that the organizers please upload Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat to YouTube. It's a really catchy song. Qton donates $50 with no comment. Bardial with $5 with no comment. Lewiski with $15 saying $5 train times 3. Alskiaf donates $21.03 with no comments. Christian Royal donates $5 saying Team $5 calling in, let's get the milestone. Anonymous with $5, no comment. Pearfalse with $75 with no comment. Anonymous with $25, no comment. And Shaw with $15 saying amazing run. I haven't quite finished the game and watching this for the first time, these tricks blew me away. And I have one final announcement. We have been selling a charity event t-shirt this entire event. We have totaled up all of the on-site sales from that now that the sales have closed. And I can announce that the total raised through those t-shirts is $3,436.43, which means we're going to be seeing Milestone Madness, the triple threat showdown between myself and this man here, Polister. Samura1man, any final remarks from you, my friend?
Speedrun for fun, everyone. And love the community. That's all for me.
Amazing. So yeah, get yourselves ready. Thank you so much for that incredible, amazing run of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We're going to be right back after this intermission. Who's going to win? Me or Polister? Let's find out. See you all shortly.